On January 28, 1986, at 11:38 a.m. local Florida time, the Challenger space shuttle exploded into the air shortly after taking off from Cape Canaveral. This launch was being broadcast live throughout the country, as it was the first mission of the Teachers in Space program, which sought to attract attention to the manned space program again. If you like this content, don't forget to subscribe and like the video, so you can be aware of more shocking stories about space exploration and other historical events. Now, let's continue with the Challenger story and its tragic fate. The Challenger was the second of the shuttles built by NASA and had conducted 9 successful missions before its fatal accident. Despite its reliability, this shuttle faced problems that prevented it from fully meeting its goal of reducing space launch costs. The STS-51L mission not only sought to conduct scientific experiments, but also marked the participation of a civilian in space. Christa McAuliffe, a professor of social sciences, would become the first civilian to travel into space, which generated a great interest in the American public. However, the Teachers in Space program was not only an educational journey, it was also part of President Ronald Reagan's broader strategy to revitalize interest in space exploration. McAuliffe became a symbol of this initiative, inspiring many young people to consider careers in science and technology. As the launch date approached, the excitement grew, but so did the problems. The launch, originally scheduled for January 22nd, was delayed due to adverse weather conditions and technical problems. This pressure to launch the Challenger became a critical factor in the approaching tragedy. On January 28th, weather conditions were not ideal. Engineers expressed concern about low temperatures which could affect launch safety. Despite warnings, NASA decided to proceed with takeoff, which turned out to be a fatal decision. At 73 seconds of flight, the Challenger exploded, leaving millions of spectators in shock. This accident marked a tragic milestone in NASA's history, being the first to result in loss of life during a spaceflight. Subsequent research revealed failures in communication and an organizational culture that prioritized safety launches. The Rogers Commission, which investigated the accident, issued a devastating report that led NASA to implement significant changes in its safety protocols. The consequences of the accident were profound, not only for NASA, but also for the public perception of space exploration. Since then, new security measures were instituted, and a call was made for greater responsibility in the management of space flights. Despite the tragedy, the Challenger's legacy endures. Christa McAuliffe and the other crew members are remembered as heroes who, through their sacrifice, helped shape the future of space exploration in the United States. How do you think this accident has influenced the safety of today's space missions?